Hi everyone, it is Stacy with the Stacy Jewel Foundation, and today we are going to talk about why people don't like you. Are you ready to have a seat on the couch? All right, let's do it. One of the biggest reasons I found that people do not like you is because you are direct and you are honest. When people ask you for an answer to a question, typically they want you to tell them what they want to hear. And if you are being very honest and direct, a lot of times that can be off-putting. So they're used to people who sugarcoat things. They're used to people who tell them what they want to hear. They're used to people who just flat out lie just so that they can be friends with them. But if you are very honest and very direct, sometimes people take offense to that. And that's part of the reason they don't like you, which means that's probably not somebody you should be worried about being friends with anyway, because honesty is the best policy. And being direct doesn't mean you're being rude. It just means you're being straightforward. You're not sugarcoating anything, and you're giving people the truth about how you feel that, something is. So the next reason that people do not like you is because you sparkle and shine wherever you go, and your presence, your energy that you give out when you're around people is so good that people genuinely tend to flock to you. And that's a problem for some people. They feel intimidated. They feel like they're second. Their energy is what's pushing out to other people, is not what people want to see. So sometimes when you go into a room and there's a lot of people flocking to one person, that means they're confident, they're engaging, they're fun, they're open-hearted, and they're just like, you feel like, oh my God, like I have two friends that no matter where we go, people flock to them. I do not get upset. I enjoy it, actually. I sit back and I'm like, they are so funny. Like, I don't even want to say their names, but I kind of feel like I need to say their names. But Bree and Lovely are like they're so opposite of me, but still a little bit of me at the same time. And I love it because wherever we go, people flock to them. I don't care where we go. Church, a store, movies, brunch, no matter what we do, it's like that energy that they give. I feel it and I love it. And it's like when people flock to you and you're giving off that energy, other people can be jealous, they can be intimidated, they can be envious, and those are really the reasons that they don't like you, when you're sparkling and shining and giving that positive energy out. So another reason that people can not like you is because other people are naturally attracted to you. Now, this isn't the same as the energy, the sparkle and shine. This is more physical. And this is more like wherever you go, people love what you're wearing. They're always complimenting your earrings. They compliment your clothes or your smile or your hair or your eyes, or there's something about you that you always get a compliment on. And when you're around other people and typically they don't get those compliments, they can be jealous and envious. They can be, and it can be hurtful for them to feel like whenever they're around you, they play second best or whatnot. It's not your fault that you are who you are. You shouldn't have to dumb yourself down. You shouldn't have to dress down. You shouldn't have to do anything but what you are doing. And if you are dealing with people who don't like you because of who you are, that's the wrong set of people. So when you take a look at the aspects of why somebody doesn't like you, you have to kind of break down every little thing. It could be this, it could be that, but one of the biggest things is because they're jealous of the fact that you get compliments. And I use the word jealous because that's exactly what it is. It's jealousy and envy. If you are out with somebody else and they're getting compliments and it doesn't bother you, that's how it should be. I don't mind if I'm standing next to somebody and they're like, oh my God, those jeans are so cute, or your hair is cute. I probably told them that when I seen them. So it doesn't bother me because I'm confident enough to be confident in myself. I don't need people to compliment me. So when they do compliment me, it's a plus. It's not like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay. When I get up and leave out for the day, I'm perfectly content with who I am, what I am wearing, and who I'm going to be around. So I'm not looking for anybody to give me any grand gestures on how I look or my vibe or anything, because I am who I am. And if these people are not liking you, a lot of the time it can be because of your presentation, how you look, and how other people are drawn to you and constantly come to you and tell you nice things, and they're just standing there. Okay, so the last reason that people do not like you is because you do not stress over what other people think about you. Let me just put it in plain terms. You give two about what people say or think about you, okay? So when that happens and you're not stressed over, oh my God, they're not calling me, they're not texting me, they're not returning my emails, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, or they blocked me, or they just, whatever. I'm the type of person that if I don't want to fool with you, I don't want to fool with you. That means I block you off everything. I don't want to see what you're doing. I could care less where you're going, who you're with, what you're dressed like. I just don't care. And so a lot of people, when they're like, oh my God, she's not putting in any effort. No, because the effort was put in prior to that and you messed it up. Now I just don't have the energy or the time to worry about the things that you didn't come to me as a woman or a man and tell me. Because if there's an issue with someone, you're supposed to go to them and say, hey, this is my issue. But the problem is the issue is internal. They can't come and tell you because they're jealous, they're envious, they're upset. So they're not going to come to you and say, hey, friend, I feel this way when this happens, or when you say this, or when this, because it's all internal. Typically, when they do not like you. Now, I'm not talking about things that have happened with certain situations. I'm talking about when there is absolutely just no reason for people to behave the way they do around you, and you feel this vibe, and it's like, what is going on? Like every time I go out, they get an attitude, or every time we get dressed up and do this, there's a problem. When you just really don't care about trying to please people, that's where the positive energy comes in anyway. That's where you radiate like the positive vibes and people come to you anyway. So just being who you are, they just are not going to like you. So here's the deal. What you should do is evaluate those people that you tend to have these feelings or these issues with, and evaluate your relationship. If it's worth having a conversation about and saying, hey, this is what I'm noticing, whatever, even if you give two about it, evaluate it and just say, hey, I'm noticing this, I'm this. If it continues, then you basically either live with it or you move on and go on about your business. But at the end of the day, it is not your fault for these aspects for why people don't like you. There's nothing you can do. You are who you are. And the people that genuinely are supportive and love and care for you will be there regardless. They're going to let your sparkle and shine. They're going to let your outside radiance radiate. They're going to tell you the truth and be honest with you no matter what. They are going to allow you to just be you. And so that is the best solution to finding out or even understanding why people don't like you. Sometimes there's something you can do. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. But in this instance, it's not your fault. Okay? All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much. And I hope that this has helped somebody somewhere. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Have a good day.